Hi, everybody. Welcome to another streaming session for Sword Queen Games. This one is something that we set up because, to be honest, Maria insisted. So this is going to be the first of many, I'm sure. So today we're playing Stories of Love in Manila. So it's a Sword Queen game by me, and it. So I'm going to include a link below where you can get it. For now, Stories of Love in Manila is still pay what you want because it's a very experimental game and I'm still feeling it out. And so a little bit about Stories of Manila. Actually, before we get into it, let's introduce ourselves so everybody knows who we are. So we're just going to say, I feel like I'm going back into trainer mode. So we're just going to say our name, our pronouns, so people know how to refer to us and something about us. So I'll go ahead and start. So my name is Jammi. They, them pronouns, please. And something about me that's not necessarily related to RPGs. I'm really nervous about Star Wars. I'm watching it later this week, and I'm losing sleep over it. Okay, and then next, let's hear from Jenny.
Hi, so I'm Jenny. I'm Jammi and Maria's friend. What else? I'm an intuitive and I sometimes join them for games and tarot readings and magical stuff like that. There.
Awesome. Cool. And then she, her pronouns, right? Just to be on the safe side, just checking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. All right. And then Maria.
And then I'm Maria. I am she, her pronouns. I am Sword Prince Games to Ate Jammi's Sword Queen Games.
Mm-hmm.
I am the manifester of this magical voice Jammi on YouTube playthroughs. You are not ready for them. They are so amazing at this. Cool stuff about me lately. I find Spanish very hot.
I'll be teaching her Spanish, by the way.
And I'm really excited that we're doing this thing where Ate Jenny's going to teach me Spanish. So it's going to be so exciting.
And so we're going to do an energy exchange. She's going to teach me how to dance and I'm going to teach her Spanish. So.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I love this idea. Yeah. Actually, I'm super excited about this game because all three of us are actually like professional magic people. So
I like this.
Yeah. So we're all professional tarot readers, but I want to stress that this game is for anybody. Like I really created this game so that anybody could see how it's like, but it's going to be extra cute because all three of us know how to read cards. So so the cards that we chose today, my guides told me to get the Clo card deck. It's this is a beloved knockoff deck I got from a friend. So
I love that.
Actually, wait, I'll just make the camera closer so people can see it better. Yeah. So how about you guys? Which deck did you?
Okay, I forgot the name of this deck, but it's a very pretty tree deck. I'm probably gonna get the card case after so that we could post it in the comments. But
yeah. Sige. It looks so good. It looks really good. Yeah, I like how it's so dreamy. Talaga.
It is. It is.
Don't talk in Tagalog, Jammi. Okay, so
yes.
Yeah. There are times I slip into it. Like I was running that telenovela game,
and then
I kept wanting to talk in Tagalog because telenovelas are like such an important part of my childhood here.
Exactly. That's hilarious.
Maybe we could, but we need to immediately translate it.
Exactly.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. Okay, so to talk a little bit about the game, Stories of Love in Manila is a story game. It's a very simple, straightforward game. So here I introduce a bit about Manila and how we're going to tell our stories. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what we're actually going to play today. So for this, I'm going to switch screens again. I can do this. Okay, share. All right. Is it the right one? Yes. Okay. So there are different playbooks to choose from. We talked a bit before we started recording. Oh my God, I really need my coffee. Which playbook we're going to choose. So what we're choosing today is the SIRENA, and Jenny is going to play the SIRENA. So Jenny, if you could read this section for me, like what's here in the box, I'll make it bigger.
Yes, please.
Sirena is mermaid in Filipino, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the two paragraphs right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so
From here. Mhm.
so do I start now? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Sirena. I am changing and mutable. I am relearning who I am every day. How people see me and make sense of me doesn't reflect who I am on the inside. Those who have loved me, they've only loved what they wanted to see. No matter how vulnerable and open I am to love, love won't see me for me. Really interesting. But I want to be seen. I want to look into the eyes of love and see me, all of me reflected back. I believe that as much as I change and will always change, that love can be constant. That love won't leave me again. I want to believe. Oh my God. I want to start.
Are you gonna start crying already?
Like, oh my God, I might cry during this game. Can I just
Okay, so spoiler alert, we're all like big criers, but Jenny's like the biggest crier.
Oh my God, it's fine.
Yes.
We're in my house. It's
Exactly.
fine.
Yeah. So we can cry in the privacy of our own homes.
Yes.
So before we get into the rest of the playbook, I will also introduce the other characters. So Maria is going to be playing the reader. So I will also zoom in again.
Am I okay with this?
Oh, I'm gonna read. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The reader. I have always been a reader for as long as I can remember. Before I picked up the tarot cards, I could read the sky, the stars,
Aw.
the dredges in the teacup, the things left unsaid when a relationship falters, the sighs suppressed, the hands trembling. The cards make it a simpler task. Their colors, lines, and symbols are old friends now. The cards open up new doors when old ones close unexpectedly. Some worry about the future and its stone-like commandment. But I know different. The future is built on every choice we make and unmake. The future is ours. Oh.
Yeah.
I really like the first paragraph. Like before I picked up the tarot cards, I could read the sky, the stars. That's really nice.
Aw, thank you. I always get surprised reading the game because I forget I write it because like most of it is channeled.
Exact feeling. It's like if you read Seven Kingdoms, I'm like, this is good. Like,
Who wrote this? Who is she?
who is she?
But yeah, for sure. And then I'm also going to be playing. I'm going to be playing the Dream of the Tree. So basically, just to explain to everyone watching who haven't picked up the game yet, you always need to have at least 2 players, and one has to be the reader, and one has to be one of the elementals. So we established that we're putting the Sirena because the premise of this game is that these magical beings, these beings of folklore, these beings of folklore, they have learned how to sort of like adapt, I guess. That's the easiest way of putting it. They've adapted to living in Manila, pretending to be human, passing as human. So they pay the bills, they go to work, and more importantly, they fall in and out of love. So that's why they're going to the reader to help with their to help learn more about love and how they can get through it. I will have to say that all of this is based on my own real life experience as being a tarot reader. So a lot of these questions come from that. Okay, so if you're going to have more than 2 players, what happens is all the other players can become dreams. So this is sort of like a spirit guide, basically. So they assist the reader. They help the reader in interpreting the cards. So I'm going to be playing the Dream of the Trees, where I sleep in the forest dreams, sometimes whispering to the earth. Love for me is enduring, steady, and asks for trust. Right. And then just a quick glance into the kind of questions I can ask at any time, because here during a reading, a dreamer may choose to play with the card. So this is kind of like in real life when like a card pops out of nowhere, so this is what I wanted to, because it really does happen sometimes. So during a natural break, or when it makes sense to provide more wisdom, when the deck is played with, 2 cards fall from the deck unexpectedly in the coffee shop, asking to be read and interpreted. The dreamer chooses any of the following questions. So once a question is asked, it's crossed out and can't be asked again. So basically, that's how it works. It's a very simple mechanic for the dreamer. So in this case, usually you only have one deck, but we're being extra. You can have more than one deck if you like. And even though it says a reader, it doesn't have to be a tarot deck. Like, so Maria and Jenny are using a tarot deck, and I'm using an oracle deck. Okay. And so let's get into the character choices.
Time I ran this game, I used 10 cards for counters. So like when I placed the counter on top of one of the already open cards, it like interacted with them.
Oh, yeah. We could do that for sure. Cool.
How many decks do you need for that? Do we need another oracle deck?
I could get one if you guys want. You want to try it today?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like have the deck in mind.
Perfect.
Cool.
For me, perfect.
A deck. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Let's see.
I totally forgot. Like I took it out last night, so I don't have a deck with me. We're using all of Maria's decks.
Oh, that's okay. It's totally fine. Okay, actually, we can start with we can create the SIRENA.
Okay.
So here we go at this part. So we're looking at the second column, and you can see here the SIRENA walks into the coffee shop, all mystery and shimmer. But their strength comes from having to fight for every inch of who they are. So could you read, is this big enough for you? Should I make it bigger, this section?
That's okay with me. So I read that. Okay,
yes,
so
please.
I am the Sirena. Before the cities of Manila were built, I was a dream made flesh. The dream shaped halfway between the ocean and human. Nowadays, I slip in between the dreams of the rain and wave and a human. I like that. A mermaid, a thunderstorm, a flood. Something overwhelming, full of crashing sounds and soft songs. Can I just say I totally identify with that song?
So much water. But yeah. Okay, so your first choice, Jenny, is to choose a name. And then so you have your choices here, or you can mix up something of your own, something magical. Which name is calling out to you?
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with Tala. I'm just gonna choose like the stuff that you wrote here.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like a cosmic mermaid something.
Ooh. Right. Yeah, see, the reason why Jenny said cosmic is because Tala means star in Filipino. In Tagalog, I guess. I guess we should be more specific, right? Because we have like so many languages. So
yeah, I'm gonna be like a cosmic. That's possible, right? Like
yeah, for sure. Absolutely. This is your game. Oh yeah, actually, let's establish, do we want the coffee shop to be I feel like we should pull cards to know about the coffee shop.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a house rule, y'all, for people who are watching. Like, how about I pull a card and Maria pulls a card?
Sure, that'd be perfect.
And then we'll build the coffee shop from there. So I'm pulling this one. The voice.
Oh.
Ooh. Which one did you get? I love being able to see the cards. It's so cute.
Mm-hmm. What is that card?
3 of Pentacles.
Oh.
Ooh. Look at how these cards interact. I feel like they're listening to the person who's singing, no?
Exactly. I feel like it's like a dimly lit bar, like coffee bar.
Yes. Yung parang it's a coffee shop by day, but then at a certain time, biglang the lights go low, the music changes.
It's not really a bar. Like people know that it's a bar, and there's this legendary singer who looks really young, you know, has a voice that like enchants them, and then go into like a baby. There you go. Yeah, they go into like a baby trance every time they like see and witness this, and they're like, when they wake up in the morning, they're like wondering, did that really happen?
Yeah.
And then the song's like something like from Frozen to the
I haven't Frozen 2 yet. I'm gonna see it soon.
They're like, it's stuck in their heads, and they're like in the morning, you're like, where did I
Where did I hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So we're setting in modern day. I feel like it's modern day, Anna.
I feel like it's also modern day.
Yes,
Cool.
yeah. But I
Yeah,
feel
awesome.
like it has to be like a wish in your heart for you to find.
Yeah, like maybe the coffee shop from if you don't have a wish in your heart,
You
if
can't
you don't
open.
have some
Yeah.
yeah, like you don't even see it, right? Like it just looks like an abandoned
Right?
like it just looks like an abandoned bar in the Cubao area, right?
Yes.
It's
But then if you have that wish in your heart, the lights turn on, the doors open up, and you can hear the voice from the inside.
Yeah. And I feel like the aesthetics of the bar even shifts per person that enters.
Mm.
Like it's alive almost. Like I feel like the tree what's it called? Dream of trees?
Yeah, the dream of the tree.
Yeah. I feel like there's like a lot of mahogany, a lot of Nara in the furnishings, and then that's why the spirit of the tree speaks so clearly there, because there's like a lot of his ancestors was like worshipped and polished in that place. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And I like the idea that everyone who works at the cafe, they each have like a wooden ring that's like connected to the dream of the tree, right? So
Yeah.
even though everything else keeps changing,
Yeah.
there's certain things that are always the same.
Yeah, and they like rub it a lot every time they're trying to connect to the spirit of the
Yeah.
place.
The constant thing I feel like I'm like trying to look at this place would be like fireflies. There'd be lots of fireflies in the place.
Yeah.
Workers, those fireflies would be constant with it. Like even if it changes per person, like the look of the place.
Awesome. I love it.
The lights would
So
come
they
from the
see the
fireflies and
lights
stuff.
when they remember the song that they can't get out of their heads.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I love it.
You just see it like shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how when you're like meditating, you see certain lights, or people say when they get dizzy, they see certain lights.
Mm-hmm.
It's they don't know that they actually visited this coffee shop.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
Everybody's been here at some point. People with vertigo.
Yeah. So we serve coffee in this place.
Yes, coffee and then alcohol in the evening.
Yeah. There. It's like alcoholic coffee. Have you been to There's this really cute coffee shop that turns into a bar in Makati. Of course, you know Makati. So it's called Curator. It's really good. We'll go there next time. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So next, so we have a name for our Sirena. How about the look? Like
Binary.
you can choose 3 from here. Like whatever is calling out to you.
Fun, beautiful, and mysterious. Eyes closed behind.
I'll just mute my Facebook stuff.
Don't worry about it. Non-binary and waltzing between men. You know what? I like yeah, because I have long hair right now. I think I want the whole non-binary and waltzing between female and male kind of vibe. So this Sirena is gonna have like super duper short hair. No, she's gonna be bald.
Ooh. Oh, nice. I like it.
But she's gotta have lots of piercings. Right? So she'd have like I love that look. So she's
I
gonna
have
be
a friend who has
bald.
a piercing here.
Really?
Yeah, like a collar one.
Oh my god, that's so hot. So like stuff like that. So she's gonna like her ears are gonna be filled with earrings and stuff. She's gonna have a nose ring. She's gonna have like like an eyebrow thing as well. And then yeah, so that's sort of like her look. So she's got lots of piercings, but she's gonna be bald.
Ooh, do you want to choose 2 more? Because like I feel like eyes closed behind cigarette smoke would be kind of cool.
Yes.
Why are we making this tala so hot? What are we trying to do?
I want start behind cigarette smoke.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you happy with choosing those 2 and sticking to it, or do you want to like pick another one?
I'm good with that already.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm good with that.
Cool.
And it's going to be androgynous as well.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
like she has slender fingers.
She's gonna be thin, but she's gonna be wearing like baggy stuff and stuff. So like people won't really know what's underneath. Like
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like really androgynous kind of like stuff. Nothing.
Is she morena or?
She's gonna be morena.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so morena, by the way, is like how do we translate it? I guess like darker skin, like maybe like
Tan, more on the tan, like
yeah.
yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. And let's see.
Oh, she's so cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
So before we know about how love eludes our Sirena, how about we build the reader a little bit, so we can see who is waiting for her. We'll skip down to the reader. So I will just read the first paragraph, and then Maria will read the second one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll read this part. The reader has made the coffee shop their second home. They sit at their favorite spot, comfortable and relaxed. They lay down their whispered spells of protection, of luck, of fortune. May all who seek them find love. And then so Maria, you can read this part.
I am the reader. Before the cities of Manila were built, I was a whisper of the forest, a promise waiting to be born in human form. There's a long tradition of readers before me, and more shall come when I lay down the cards for the last time. Yeah.
Okay, so cool. So you can see how much I love Jenny and Maria. They're both here as a name choices.
I was so hyped when I read that. I was like,
yeah. So there, but anyway, you don't have to choose your name. You can choose any name. You can make one up.
Something comforting.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! It's so. Christopher's calling me, but I feel like it should be a variation of Christopher. Wait.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I'm feeling Chani. There's like a really famous.
I love it.
There's a famous astrologer named Chani Nichols.
Nice. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Chani is so good. Like Chani, like changed my life about astrology for sure. So we will include a link in the description. So
Wonderful
Chani Nichols.
Yes. Chani of a different Filipina life.
Yeah. In this alternative reality for sure. Okay.
Yes.
And then choose your look.
I love the look.
How tall is Tala?
Oh, she's gonna be thin and tall-ish.
Okay.
Not too tall, but tall-ish.
Tall-ish, like
Yeah.
5'6".
Yeah, something like that. 5'6".
Okay. Can I draw a card for Chani? Yes. Okay.
Oh my god.
We got Tower, and it's this like very piercing. Yes.
But you know what? It's perfect for her.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually really perfect.
I can see her already. So Chani is this super like intense, like Scorpio. Like she has the I'm one of the unassuming everyman, so the look is very like she wears a lot of monotone clothing.
Mhm.
Like it's the kinds of clothes that has like the perfect cut and like nice fabric, so that even if it's like really simple, it comes off as like there's something about it that's still super stylish or super
sartorial.
Yeah. Yes. And then I feel like the unexpected is calling me. Okay, what else is unexpected about her? Oh, I feel like her eyes have like a really natural shade of bright brown. Like that in the Philippines, that's not normal.
Mhm.
So it's not average at all. So it's like she has these
like almost hazel.
Yeah, almost hazel eyes. So even if she's like wearing these monotone clothes and she's like she has like a very like average height, average everything, like there's just these piercing eyes. And then when you talk to her, she feels so different. Like there's something intense about her presence.
Cool.
She
Awesome.
has, like,
Is it?
she pulls you in.
When it's
Right.
so intense that just her presence is enough to shift something within you. That's sort of intense.
Ooh.
Gosh, the tower.
Yeah. So there's really something arresting.
Now, can I just say that she's like the perfect reader? I mean, like,
I feel like she's the kind of reader that people are scared of.
yeah,
Ooh.
that intensity.
Like
Yeah.
nicer by look,
Mhm.
but when they say "oh Chani," they go like "oh crap." Like you need to be going through some tower stuff in your life
Yeah.
to like summon a Chani.
Right. Oh, yeah. We can even say that there's more than one reader in this coffee shop. And so if Chani shows up, everybody in the coffee shop is like, oh, like someone needs help.
Oh crap! Yeah,
Go down when Chani's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tower woman. Yeah. So choose one. So just for everybody else, basically the reader will choose how they became a reader, but for the elementals, they'll choose what the problem is, like what love issue they're going through. So how did you become a reader, Chani?
Yeah, so I feel like Chani is the first checkbox. The blood of the reader runs in my family. It's a generational gift, and should I decide to have children, they may become a reader too. But I feel like there's a part of Chani that kind of hates that it's so generational. Like she almost like she has like
It's
this.
almost resentment.
Sorry.
It's almost like resentment.
Yeah. I feel like she has this F relationship with it. Like, it's almost like to a point that she doesn't want to have kids.
Mm,
Yeah, because like she didn't choose to be born in that family. Like she didn't have a say if she was going to be a reader.
Yeah,
or
and then
not.
I now know why she kind of hates it, because every time she does readings, it's always kind of like bad news, or it's super tower, and then people have a bad relationship with tower, so she has this false association that that's the only thing that happens in life, or she hasn't come to terms with like the beauty of chaos, or like that she is the center of a milestone.
of a storm. Yeah.
Milestone, but she can see how much stuff is uprooted because she's surrounded by the winds. So it so she's like, damn, like does the world really need another force field that will fuck everything up?
Can someone
Curse. It's like, yeah.
Can we curse?
Yeah, I'll just say F.
Oh yeah. No, it's okay. We're just gonna. It's not gonna be monetized or shit like that, so it's fine. I'm just gonna put content warning. Let me write that down. Content warning, swearing.
Yeah, you want to explain what the tower is so like they would know because we're all
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So basically, the tower is if most people are afraid of death and the devil, us tarot readers are more afraid of the tower. Because the tower represents what you have built so far, what you have grown or what you have worked on is not good for you. And so now it's going to be violently taken away through
and everything
like,
that's familiar
change.
to you is being shattered.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoops. Hello. Oh gosh. 1 second. Can you guys hear me?
oh, there it is. Okay. Hello.
Sorry.
There we go.
That was the spirit of tower talking for us.
Exactly. The tower just channeled itself.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. So you were saying about the tower, like,
familiar is uprooted, because the traditional tower is like a castle being destroyed. So the castle is fortification, it's endurance, it's everything you know. So it's the structures that interpret life for you. So everything that you've known before might not be true anymore, and that is unstabling. But you need it. You need the tower to clear what's.
hello. Uh-oh. Double checking the tech stuff. Hello.
Find this thing. Hi, we're back.
Okay. Oh gosh. Here we go. Filipino internet. So
Oh, that was a demonstration.
yeah.
The tower.
Yeah, I know. Let's keep talking about the tower.
Oh, yes.
That is like the Chani is like the perfect reader as a tower.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. Okay. And then so I think we're gonna go back to our let me just double check. Yeah, I think because like at this part we're done with describing stuff about the reader. We're gonna go back to the SIRENA. Um so we'll choose how love eludes me for the SIRENA, and then we'll make choices for the dreamer. So we're gonna choose one. So which one is calling out to you, Jenny? Let me put it back. Sorry. Here we go.
How love eludes me. I met someone. Should I tell them that I didn't always look and present this way, and I used to have a different name? I just realized I may be asexual. What does this mean for me in love? I think my partner is no longer attracted to me and they don't know it. What should I do? My partner and I have been together a long time. I realize I'm ready to transition and need to do this for myself. How can I make sure my partner and I stay happy? Do I have like 4 choices? Just like 4?
Yeah. And then choose from the one, or we can make something that's related to it, because the idea of the SIRENA is that they're in the middle of changing something significant about themselves.
Oh, okay. I think I want to go with the first one.
Ooh, okay. Right. So we're going to go with, I met someone. Should I tell them that I didn't always look and present this way, and I used to have a different name?
Gosh. I love this game already. I relate so much to it. This is absolutely I feel like it was channeled specifically for me.
Right?
Right?
I know how that feels.
Right. So that means was Tala like so does that mean that Tala was assigned male at birth, or is it something else?
Right. That absolutely resonates with me.
Mm-hmm.
That really absolutely resonates with me. So let's go with that. So she would be like male to female. So she's transitioning and she's in the middle of all of those things. And yeah, I feel like she's having such a hard time as well, because she's also discovering herself. So as like because her who she is, her identity is like also changing, and so I feel like that would present like a couple of different problems, because she likes someone, but she's in the middle of all of these things. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And it's really like a very tower kind of situation. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go to the dreamer situation. So, like I said, we're gonna go with the dream of the trees. Okay. So I'm going to choose a name. Describe a moment in a dream in one word. A dream that reminds you of the earth. Your name is blank of the trees. What is the last dream I had about?
Here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I kind of like the star thing we have going. Yeah. I'm going to call it, my name is Constellation of the Trees.
Aw, that's really nice.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends posted something on Twitter that I feel is super fits it.
The whole constellation of the trees.
Yeah. Wait.
Cool.
Let me find it.
I'm like envisioning Tala in the middle of all of these transitions, and I'm like, oh my
Good
God,
morning.
she's so hot.
Good morning. Hi, hello. I am love. My mark is engraved on the roots of the oldest tree. I am this galaxy. I am deserving. I am accepting. I am excellent. Lord, hear our prayers of love and trust and hope and committing to who we are. I was dreamt by life when it had its most beautiful dream.
Aww. That's so cool and empowering.
Yeah. So I feel like the oldest dream of the universe.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to choose, I feel like also drawing a card. So I'll go ahead and do that. Let's draw this one. Ooh. So I got the twin.
Oh, Gemini energy.
Yeah. I think there used to be two trees that were like where the cafe is now, right? So before it was built, there used to be two trees that were entwined together. I think this is a long time ago before the Spanish came. And then the thing was, when the colonizers came, they were on the verge of like losing both trees, and so one sacrificed themselves to protect the other, to protect the space.
And you are the one.
And you are
And and my character, who I am, is the one who survived. And so and I feel like they've been trying to reach out to this other twin. Like they sense that they're there somehow, but they're unable to fully connect. And there's something about Tala. When Tala walks into the coffee shop, Tala reminds them of the twin that they lost so long ago.
Damn.
Yeah, so else, man. I can
I feel like Constellation. Their name is Constellation, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Constellation. Their name is literally Constellation, so I feel like there's like a lot of parts of their
like they used to have a huge family.
Yeah, like lodged into like other people's souls, or like they just people's souls. Yeah. They let this space be magnetic for like broken hearts because they wanted to see these people.
A shattering of the heart.
Yeah, because they wanted to.
Yeah,
it's almost like they wanted to grieve their past lover who died or sacrificed.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay, and then so I'm gonna choose 3 based on those ideas. I want a voice like a secret left in the forest, so very soft voice, very sad voice. A gaze that asks for nothing, because I think Constellation feels guilty for the life that was given to them.
Exactly.
And finally, I like the idea of spider-like eyelashes over the darkest eyes. Like I like the idea. Wait, are we okay with spiders being in the game? Like I'm just gonna check.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like thinking there's like this really cute spider that like lives like a fat spider that lives on top of their head.
I love it.
And moves around and then forms the eyelashes.
Oh, that's really cute. I
love that. Is it like a different color? Like it's like a poppy pink red.
Yeah,
so this very striking eye color.
Cool.
I
love it. Okay.
Like in a corporal form in the bar, or
which ones?
The Constellation.
Oh, yeah. What I'm seeing for them is that definitely I feel like they sort of hang out in the wood pieces, in the rings, but they take on corporeal form if they need to.
How like they're called something like that?
Yeah, or if they feel they're being called.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I think for sure Chani can see Constellation quite clearly.
Yeah.
Because Chani and Constellation have like a strong connection for sure. Okay, so now I'm gonna just put it back to that that page. We're gonna start with the reading proper. Going back to the SIRENA. So we'll notice that there are, so in the third column, that's how the story goes basically. So this is where the reading proper. So normally if you're going to play rules as written, but whatever, it's a game, you don't have to play rules as written. This is when we actually start drawing cards. So yeah, so what happens is the SIRENA will ask how I see love and draw 3 cards, and they'll be the ones to answer these questions themselves.
Okay, so let me just fence the deck. Like I want to shuffle them, but I do not want to do that right now. So I'm gonna get 3 cards,
Yes.
and then we're gonna answer all of those.
Yeah. So this is kind of like normal in a normal reading. It's supposed to be the first card answers the first question, but for the game, you can sign any card. Yeah, we can do it as a real time reading too. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna answer the first one with what don't I understand about love, and the card I got was
Oh no! What's this? What's this?
the lovers.
Oh, seriously? Oh my god!
It's like a gentle touching of the face with like newly formed branches.
No, but I love this. You know what's calling me? So they're like looking into each other, but like Tala is going through this transition, so she's having trouble like receiving love that other people would give to her because she can't believe that they see her like that. Like how the lover, like how this, like nth thing is looking at the other nth thing, and then she doesn't get that. Like how can they love? How can they love me? That's that's what she can't understand about love. How can they love me?
Ooh.
And then to add on top of that, she'd be like, yeah, and her me at that moment is like constantly shifting.
Ooh, right, because it's still changing.
And she's like, how can you love that? It's constantly changing. Like I can't.
So it's like the moon at the back of the card. It's like a moon.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. So that's her thing.
Ooh, I think I already want to.
Go ahead.
I think the dreamer wants so the way I'm envisioning this, because all of this is supposed to happen before you even get to the reader, right? Like Tala is just walking through the coffee shop, and Chani, I don't know if Chani has even seen them yet, but Constellation sees them and recognizes them, and 2 cards fall from. Ooh, interesting. Okay,
what is that?
The wood.
The wooden.
Galing. What's galing? Great.
I love the sweet, like bearing fruit and stuff.
Yeah. So the question I'm going to ask. So let me switch again. Thanks for everybody's patience as I because I'm trying to juggle all of these. Because there was a question that called out to me under the Dreamer Trees. This one. Let's see. Who does the elemental need to trust in order to best serve love? What does trust ask for? Because I think what I'm asking is for you to explain to me who Tala is in love with and what, like maybe they're asking for something as a sign of trust. So maybe it could be that the sweet represents who's in love with Tala.
Okay.
Wait, here, I'll show it a bit closer so you can. Whoops. Here we go.
Okay, so for me, sweetness, like when I saw sweetness, I immediately thought of like abundance of like fruits and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with someone. I don't want to say because it doesn't resonate with me. Like a businessman. Right?
You guys are so funny. Okay, like a businessman who. What do they sell? Or what kind of business do they have?
That person is going to be in tech.
The logo is a fruit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's going to be a businessman. He's going to be in tech. He's going to be like super duper. She's feminine also. Like sweet is feminine. So I want him to be a businessman that is in touch with his feminine side.
Okay.
Ooh. Right. So there's also some androgyny going on there. Whoops. Hello. Did the internet fritz out again? Let me check in chat. Oops. I think. Oh, there it's
Oh,
loading again. We're back. Okay, but yeah. So you were talking about the tech.
Yeah, but like since the tech is such like a male dominated world, like inside, like so outside, like he has a facade thing going on, that businessman. So like outside he's very woodsy and everything, so very grounded, incredibly masculine, incredibly structured, very earth energy, very Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus kind of energy. But then like deep inside is actually such a softie.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
why
so-
he likes him.
Ooh, so the question, the second part of the question is, what does trust ask for? So what is our businessman asking for that Tala is struggling with? Like, is it marriage?
Draw a card for that. I want to use this deck.
Sure. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna use like a different deck. We haven't
called
used
a fad-
it, but I really
fad.
like it. So what can she trust about him?
Oh, what is he asking for? Like, what is trust asking for?
Oh, that is so crazy! Look at that.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Let me make it bigger for everybody else.
It's a plaid.
Ooh, to go with our wood. So cute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm doing this correctly. No, like he. Okay, so
There's flowers behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So I think he wants to step it up. Like, so they know each other, but like Tala can trust him because like she has wounds and stuff, but this is what he wants from her. He wants to establish roots. He wants to grow something. He wants to build something with her, and she feels like she's not ready for it.
Right. So it could be moving in, it could be getting married. Like maybe he hasn't even asked outright, but Tala can sense
Exactly.
that he wants the next step.
I love this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm done with my disruption. So you get to ask. Oh, sorry. What?
It was very welcome.
Yeah.
And then so your second question is, what part of me is governed by love?
What part of me is governed by love? Oh, look at that. Why am I getting all of like the major arcanas? It says the high priestess.
Ooh.
You know what calls me? I'm called the fact that this is the high priestess. So the high priestess is actually incredibly intuitive. That's the high priestess's archetype. But I'm being called to the fact that they're like, this thing has a lot of things growing out of its head. So what I feel like what was the question again? Like, what part of her is governed by love?
Me. What part of me is governed by love? So does that mean that even though your head says no, your heart says yes?
Exactly. So
see Maria.
Look at this. Like, there is something in her heart. Oh, there you go. There's something in her heart, like that one over there, but she has all of that stuff coming out of her head. So
heart says yes.
Yeah, my heart says yes, but my brain is like telling me otherwise. So she has a tendency to like overthink stuff.
Sounds familiar a little bit.
I know. I love it.
Okay.
Yes, that is
how.
how.
Yeah, that is how it works. So yeah,
amazing. So the next question you have to ask is, but anyway, at any point we can put down our tokens if you want a little more clarity. But we can also do it later. We can always go back to the cards later. No problem. No pressure. So your third question, let me just show it on the screen, is what can't I see about the world?
Oh man, this is so crazy.
Oh, I love that card.
Wait, the reflection. So it says Ace of Wands.
Ooh.
That's like a couple of words, like drawing like cross lines over an Ant-Man's heart, and there's like a nest in his heart with eggs in it.
Oh gosh. Ooh. And the question is, what can't I see? Maybe like they can't see stability. Is that what do you think it means?
Yeah, because she can't like literally see, because like these two words, the reflection. How am I gonna do that? There you go.
Wait, sorry. Up there.
So there are like two birds over there, and they have a nest. And that's what she can't see about it. Like she can't
Oh.
see past like people building things together, teamwork, and making something like. Because I feel like that's what she can't see. Like
Yeah.
how people can actually cooperate and move towards a common goal, and it doesn't have to be nega, just as long as you're both committed to the process. And
Mm-mm.
that's
But
what
she
she can't see about the
Yeah, but
world.
she doesn't see it. So does it make sense that Tala also like, because maybe her own parents didn't stay together?
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-mm.
I like
Yeah. So why bother with marriage? Why bother with all of the other stuff, and then the transitioning on top of that? So it's all very
what a
complicated.
crazy life that she's
Yeah.
having at the moment.
Okay, so next, it's going to be my turn actually. So if there are dreamers in the game, if there are no dreamers in the game, this gets shared between the reader and the elemental. So the next part is how love sees the Sirena. So I'm gonna draw 3 cards. Um, let's see. I feel like I'll draw one first from this deck, and then we'll see. So look at the cards. How do you feel about them? What story do they tell? Assign each card to any of the following and answer the questions. How does self-love help those I love? Ooh. Okay.
What is it?
So the card is the return.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and you can see it's like, actually what's really interesting is that there's another card like this in the deck, except it's a guy holding it
Oh.
instead. So here it looks more feminine, more androgynous. Oops, sorry. 1 second. My Matthew started snoring. I'm gonna ask him to go upstairs 1 second.
Hello, guys. So this is the Fanted pack. It is an oracle card.
I really like the art in that one. To be seriously honest, it's so cute and so pretty.
The book is really funny because it's a bunch of misfortunes. It's really
Okay. He's done scowling at me.
yes.
Because you woke him up.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, the question is, how does self-love help those I love? So I feel like in this sense, like I think what Tala is struggling with is loving her past self.
Mhm.
It's loving that self before she realized that she wanted to transition and all of that. Like she sees both who that person was in the past and who she is now as two completely different people.
Mhm.
And it's very hard for her to accept. By the way, whatever I say, feel free to jump in and say, no, that doesn't make sense, right? So
Mhm. Yeah.
just and so I think it's true for other people in Tala's life. I think it's true for Tala's parents. I think it's true for those who matter to her, that they also have a hard time accepting their past selves and loving those past selves. And so there's a lack of self-acceptance.
Mhm.
Okay,
Can I?
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
Token of clarity for that.
Sure, yes.
Mm,
So
I
do you
don't
want to flash forward or flashback?
Flashback.
Yeah, flashback.
And I'm not sure with the question, but I want to just draw a card from this deck. Ooh,
Sure.
it's called the blue dog.
Wait, let me take a closer look. Whoops. I keep pressing the wrong. Here we go. Ooh. So I think, so this is a flashback now. I think I think I'm more comfortable with narrating it rather than us acting out. If everybody's okay. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is that Tala is listening to her mother. Like I think it's one of those moments where her mother kind of like broke down and said more than she should to her son, like said more to her child than she should have. And so she was trying to say, you know, your father is just someone who's too small to understand what it means to have a big dream, what it means to have more in life. And so Tala's mom is just really disappointed in the man she married. And okay, so that's what Tala is afraid of. Tala is afraid that she's going to be like her mother and expect too much from this businessman, that she's worried that she's going to become disappointed in him and then hold it in herself and resent him for it, even though they're completely different people and the past doesn't have to repeat itself. But that's
What
what's
happened?
trapped. Yeah. Right. Does that make sense? Ooh. Did we? Ooh, the internet is like, let me check again. La la la, checking in chat.
We just upgrade na.
Hello, we're back.
Hello, we're back.
Yay.
Continue.
Yeah. So, but does that make sense? Like, did that come through that last part?
Yeah.
Cool.
What was the last part you said?
The last part I said was that's a memory that's like stuck in her brain, and so she's worried about it repeating itself.
Even they're two completely different people.
Yeah. Because that's how it works sometimes.
Yep.
But yeah, okay. So then I'm gonna switch over to the second question. Can you pull a card for me for the second question? Actually,
From the tree deck or from? Yeah, I feel like it's tree deck.
Yeah.
yeah. How does love help Tala claim what's hers and hers alone?
Wow. What
Four of Swords.
Ooh. Can I see the lower part of the card? So there's like, they're coming from a fork in the road. You know what's interesting? I think what Tala has to realize, and we'll see what will happen later on. Tala has to realize that it doesn't matter so much what choice she makes, because eventually the universe will correct itself, right? She's so terrified of making the correct choice that it has to be this particular one. If not, the path is. But you can see like both choices went to the same path, right? In the card.
That's true.
Yeah. So like no matter what, there's going to be one path. And I think it's because like the dreamer, Constellation can clearly see in Tala that no matter what, the universe wants Tala to be happy. No matter what, the universe wants Tala to find love. And so even if she doesn't choose this guy, even if she doesn't like reveal her past, it's going to happen at some point. She's going to be happy at some point. But she still needs to, but you know, Chani's still there to help guide those choices. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, and I will pick a card for the third question, which is what does love, let me just select it. What does love want to offer for Tala's peace of mind? Ooh, wow, we have so many like grounded. There are only so many of this deck, by the way. So this is the earthy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can I just say that our channeling is just so on point. Like I can't believe the cards that we're getting.
Yeah. Oh my, but this happens all the time. Oh my gosh. Like every time we play these games. Like when we play with people who aren't like professional tarot readers or just who don't read cards, they get really shocked by like, by what happens. So basically, you know, honestly, I think Constellation wants to become Tala's guide.
Mm-hmm.
Just to offer peace of mind. So I think the question by the end of the reading is if Tala's going to accept Constellation as her guide to help her through this particular time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I already know my answer.
Okay. So, but yeah, and let me just double check. So basically the idea is like when we get to this part, I think I might edit this part. But anyway, so like the tell them any other details before the reader does the reading. Is there anything else you want to add to what we've talked about, Jenny, for Tala's character?
I think that's it. We'll just add more things if they come up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think I think I'll edit that part. So, but anyway, so the next one, so now it's the reader's turn. The reader will draw 5 cards.
Ooh, Maria. Okay. I love that. Oh man, this is so pretty.
I shuffled the tree deck, but I feel like this is more Chani. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, more Chani vibe.
Yeah. Okay. How love will free you? The reader will assign a card to any of the following questions. What lessons has the Sirena forgotten? How can the Sirena trust the waves, ebb and flow of love?
Oh my God. Jack,
You sound attacked.
oh my God.
Do you feel attacked?
I do. What the hell? Can I just say I'm happy we're recording this? I'm gonna watch this again and internalize everything that has been happening. This is
Oh
absolutely
my gosh. Yeah. No such thing as a coincidence. Yeah.
There
I forgot I wrote that question. It's so bagay. It's so I'm gonna say bagay. It's so like it lines up perfectly
exactly.
with what we're going through. So
What does the Sirena have to fight for?
Uh-huh.
Where will their strength come from? And what blessings await the Sirena?
yeah, so it's like full on reading mode.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is so
Okay.
exciting.
So I see like I feel like it's the second time that Tala has been to the bar, but I think
Ooh.
it's the first time that she got to talk to Chani.
Mm-hmm.
So she's actually processed this before or tried processing it before. Like she's had a previous attempt at talking to. Does the guy have a name?
Well, let's draw a card for the name. I want to draw a card for the name. Oh wow, Page of Swords.
Ooh, so like a sharp name or but like a gentle name, like
Wait. I'm being called the fact that there's just a lot of like this is supposed to be about the swords, but I'm being called the fact that there are so much like leaves in it. Wait. But that's super duper earth. So I'm being who's the lion in like astrology? Leo.
Mm.
Oh, Leo. Okay. I feel like they had a plan already with like a different reader with how to approach Leo, but they didn't push through.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time she went to the bar, she kind of wanted the same reader, and they're like, "No, honey, like, honey, no. It's like retrograde season, eclipse season."
You go Chani.
Leo's like, we're vibing Leo right now, and we need to like get you to Chani.
Yeah.
And in the moment that you're like with Chani,
Yeah.
you like totally vibe together because you bought the same drinks or you ordered the same drinks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wait, can I at the Jammi, can I see the first question again?
Yeah, sure. Let me do.
What lessons has a Sirena forgotten?
Okay.
That's the first card?
It's the latter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I feel like when Chani opened this, she was like, "You're forgetting that everything is just one step. Like something that's super large."
Jenny's reaction.
I'm gonna watch this thing again.
Like you don't have to look all the way up or all the way down even.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one rung in the ladder, and it's like designed in such a way to fit like all your legs together. And she was saying that she was like I can see like Chani like boring her like golden eyes into Tala and being like, "Take the fucking step." and like take it. You know where it is.
Yeah.
You know where it is. You need to put your foot there in case you don't know what to do with a step.
Yeah.
And then you need to put your whole weight
Into that thing. Yeah.
and your whole body already moved from that one.
Yeah, and I feel like Tala is so intimidated by what Leo wants, thinking that he wants the whole ladder. But for him, he's really just also looking at it as step by step. Like, we're going to move in together, we're going to get married, but it doesn't mean I'm thinking about
doing that.
Your future, like every single day with you. Yeah, like he's also open to it being it just by day, step by step.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
I did the question.
The next one.
Sure. So the next one is how can Tala trust the waves, the ebb and flow of love?
Okay.
Oh my God! Can I just say that's just you have to go show them. You got.
What is it? What is it?
It's the waltzing mouse.
Aww.
I love it.
I hate. Okay, This is my face right now because the advice I'm giving to Tala is like the same for Jammi.
Oh no.
She basically needs
Thank
to,
you for playing this game for me, guys.
she basically needs to dance. She basically needs to see how, like, in the waltz of life, or how she
Mm,
like God and the universe and like
mhm,
love itself, like love dreaming her into being.
mhm.
Trust the lead.
Mhm.
She can't think beyond what the lead is. You can't do that for the lead because love is love. Like love is so much larger than that. So you need to like just receive it. You need to receive and enjoy the steps that they're taking and feel like you're the freaking star in a sense because
Yeah.
you're like on top of the table. Everybody's like looking at you. You need to enjoy it. You need
Yeah.
to- yes.
And also, I
Very
feel
cool.
there's a lot of earth energy going on here as well. Like I thought at first it was a tree stump,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
it's not,
I thought so too.
right? I thought it was a
Yeah.
tree stump, but it's not. But for me, it means that ebb and flow, that's super duper water. But like despite that, there is still so much grounding. There's still so much that you can do in order to anchor yourself with like the whole ebb and flow thing. You just gotta trust the lead, which is so much harder to actually life.
Because speaking of which, I think Constellation is going to play with the cards again because I feel like asking, let me put it on the screen. What part of Tala is ready to, ooh, I should check this typo. Ready to grow. I'm going to remove B. Okay. Ready to grow. What growing pains await? And the card I pulled, it's like, I'll show you. The shadow.
Oh my God!
Epic. I love it.
Okay.
Unreal. Can I just say, this is unreal. All of the cards that we have been pulling,
Amazing.
it just nails it right in the head.
Yeah. And I feel like, so for Tala, what I'm seeing is that she's so afraid of the shadow. Like, so she's afraid of who she, well, not, yeah, actually, I think that's it. Because like earlier we said she couldn't accept who she was in the past. But I think what it really is, she's afraid of who she was in the past. Like she's so afraid of how close she came to sort of just forcing herself to settle and forcing herself to be in pain. And so that's why the dancing is so important because it's going to open herself up. It's really going to, announce to the world that I am here, that I accept who I am, that I'm not afraid, that I'm going to move forward. And the growing pain is in fully accepting that shadow aspect of the self and knowing that it's really just her fear of who she used to be, not who she actually was in the past.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, okay. So let's move on to the next part of the reading. Let me just let's see. I'm gonna put that.
Thank you for toggling for us. I'm trying to.
Oh yeah,
Your copy. There you go.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine here. So, what does the Sirena have to fight for? Is she gonna fight for Leo or not?
I hope she does. I mean, that would be super corny if she didn't. What is that?
It's the tunnel.
Oh my God!
Ooh, after the shadow, yikes! Okay.
Like the card.
I feel like I want to do a like I want to do like a flash forward thing Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
sure,
Like,
sure.
Jamie was like, okay, it's eclipse season, darling.
Uh-huh.
So you have 3 days. He is
Ooh.
trying to talk to you, and you've been shutting him down. He has been
Mm.
trying to gather up courage, and you've been discouraging him
Discouraging.
the whole time. Not
Jenny's
me.
face. Sorry, go on.
You.
Jenny's like, it's not me, it's not me, it's the character.
Not you. It's not you.
Oh no, but that's like my energy also. That's also
Yeah. Okay.
Dallas
Okay.
energy.
Chani is speaking. And then he's like, your fear is so loud. It's consuming him. The
my
energy of the
God.
universe. It's making you face your maker. It's making you face the eyes of. It's not even the devil. It's just the eyes of. It's the belly of yourself. The belly of yourself that is the beast. The beast of your own invention. And it is when you walk out of here, it's like a crossroads, like the crossroads of a while
Like
ago.
this one, the one that we, this one, the four.
This one.
Cool.
You must. I will send you like a spell.
Ooh.
First phone call you make would be a major sign to the universe of what you're willing to face, of what you're willing to look at. And we will fully support you with whatever you do. And the only advice, like Chani says, is that you must be brave.
Ooh.
This off for way too fucking long. You've been trying to get back here too often, you know. So like the darkness is too animated now. It's too real. So you have to visit it fully now. It's like the phone call before you go to prison. It's kind of like that. Like there's this window of the energy of the place, of that night, of that bar, of that constellation wanting to meet Tala, and she's like, and Chinese like, okay, you have one phone call. Yes. And then you must make it. It depends on you. I feel like she has the option kasi to call her mother or call Leo in that sense.
Ooh.
Like
Right.
maybe she's been thinking about going home instead, and it's this weird way of she's thinking that it's redemption, but it's actually also running away.
Yeah, like moving backwards, like
Yeah.
receding into the past instead. Ooh. Okay, so I think we're ready for the next card.
Wait, hold on. Jammi, you know what this reminds me of? What this card reminds me of? It's a Wild Judgment Tarot. Do you remember that?
Ooh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's right. So true.
Exactly what Maria said, like the whole judgment card thing.
Yeah. And then so the next question is, where will Tala's strength come from?
The sea.
What?
Oh, so cute.
Why is this so sakto? This is so
I
crazy.
think Lenny, by the way, likes surfing, finds the ocean incredibly healing. So this is not her. Totally not her.
Totally not her.
Yeah. So this is not her.
And also that I have so much water signs. Like I have so many of them.
This is Tala. It's not her. It's totally not her.
And it's super sexy because she's a Sirena.
Yeah. It's super. She's a mermaid. Yeah.
So she's
Anyway, so basically, the strength that must tap into, where will their strength come from? So I feel like in their childhood, Tala had like a lot of time playing by the sea, like running around on the edge of the water, like putting their foot into the waves that's lapping by the shore and seeing it recede, seeing her foot sink into the sand, and then just really spending time like going in and out and playing with that and seeing how you could almost she was like really attuned to how the rhythm of the water was playful. How the rhythm of the water was like it was just a yeah, it was just a dance. The play was making her dance in a sense. So the strength that she could tap into is her past that she's so scared of. Because the past isn't as horrible as it was, and that there was so much like as shitty as it was, as much as she hated herself at that time for not being who she was, she had like a playful core to her. And kids are like so attuned to the rhythms of life, so there's this playful core of her that already knew how to move. You know, you knew how to deal with the shit. Like you knew how to be flexible, like with their parents and everything. So she's like much more competent than she actually thinks she is. And she actually, yeah, she has to go back.
Yep. Basically, she's going to go back to herself because she's a SIRENA. So it's just all going back to her true nature.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wonder, because like we've been talking about her parents and stuff, and like I wonder if part of the story is that this is not her first lifetime like pretending to be, well, not pretending, but you know, passing off as human, and so she's forgotten that magical aspect, right? So she's thinking about her mom and her dad, she's thinking about her past, and Chani is trying to remind her, but you are magic, right? You are more than your past. You are the ocean.
In a single being.
Yeah. Cool.
And I feel like the place that Leo is asking her to move to is actually near the ocean.
Yeah. Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, maybe he's asking her to move to Palawan.
I love it. I love
it. So for our non-Filipino viewers, Palawan is this beautiful set of islands, right? And then there's like it's a growing place where they have like a healing center and stuff, and they have lots of businesses that are, you know, slowly growing compared to Manila. But maybe he's asking her to move to Palawan. But yeah, okay. And then so
happy she is with that idea. Like she
hates
it.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. She hates it.
It's too much. It's too much love. I don't want to
Okay, and then so the last question for this reading, this current reading, we're still going to go to the reader after, is what blessings await the Sirena?
The yellow bird.
Ooh,
and
the birds here are yellow.
Exactly, the greenish.
Can I see both of those cards together? Wow, that's so crazy. Oh my god, this is the magic of having multiple decks for sure. Oh my gosh,
like her conveying the exact same thing.
Yeah, so for example, Chani had these cards themselves, and then when she flipped them on the desk, Tala started crying. Tala started crying because she realized that these were like lovebirds. And that the songs that were playing in the bar were kind of like lovebirds. They were kind of like, she figured it out. Like the person singing on stage was like mating call.
Ooh,
and she realized she realized that the mating call was sweet. It was you know how when you're like lost in the woods and then you're trying to sing or whistle so that a person would find you. So it was almost like this singer or this bar was constantly trying to ask people to go home, and she was crying because she was struck with sadness because she realized that Leo has been calling her all the time and that she has not been, like, she's giving him a hard time because she's not answering these calls, these songs, these and then what fucks her up more is that it's so beautiful. Like, how can she deny something so beautiful, so real, so heartwarming, right? And then I feel like,
I think I have something to say about this.
Yeah.
like the question is what blessings await her, right? And this is like it's a yellow bird, and the yellow is all about the solar plexus chakra. So it's all about the blessings of having to go through all of that, and facing her shadows would be like a renewed sense of connection to the
Will.
self and willpower.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
Like solar plexus chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Chakra for whatever it is that she's going through.
And I wonder if that also connects because it's a bird and it was two birds there. So what if that card also represents her accepting constellation as her guide?
Oh
Yeah. Wait,
yeah.
what was the question? How was the question
Oh,
phrased?
here. Let me get it again. It is what blessings await Serena. Yeah. Cool.
I like that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is gonna. I thought Jammi was the crew. I mean, not the crew of the sad Jew. Introducing all the drama.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like the person singing on stage. I feel like the person she was trying to call, like, finally told her no. Like, finally told her that I cannot accept this love. Like, literally, that was the day that the guy she was trying to sing to, like, came to the bar and said,
Leo?
No, the singer, the entertainer in the bar. So basically, mirroring / projecting what was her possible future.
Yeah.
Meaning,
oh my God, that's so intense.
Yeah. So there was this sad, beautiful song of calling your lover back. And then the lover magically appears.
What if the lover is Chani?
Oh my God!
Because we're gonna do the reader next, right? So.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Because I'm being called to how wingless the bird is.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
So I'm saying that even though the lovebirds are calling to each other, one of them is like saying no. Chani's like, you know what? This is what's gonna happen to you if you don't call.
Exactly.
And then she stands up, goes to the singer, and says, "I cannot have this love.
Oh my gosh!
I cannot have you here anymore. I cannot work here when you're singing about me.
Yeah.
I need you. We need to stop. We need to, whatever this energy is, we just need to stop it. We need to stop. Like this is beautiful. You are a blessing to this place. I honor what we are, but I can't, and I won't." Like that. Like, it's my choice from a place of power. I won't. And it's like their own version of the tower, because the moment the singer leaves, it's almost too neat. Like the way she exits the bar, it's almost too neat. The energy of the place just shifts. Like there's this automatic grieving. There's that automatic, like, remembering what it feels like to sacrifice love, to lose people, how even loss is beautiful, how that is a necessary risk to loving. And then Chani just, like, goes to Talent and says, that's what's gonna happen. She's like, that's what's gonna happen, because you keep not answering his call.
Power moment right there.
Yeah, and I can imagine, like, the lights are flickering, the colors mute a little bit as the singer leaves.
Yeah, and she's so the blessing here is that you, Tala, have the power, right, to open the new chapter in any way, direction you want. Just like how Chani had the power in that situation to prolong the agony, or to answer, or to say no. Like, there was power in that choice. So that, like, it's a rebirth of your power, whatever you choose, even when you say no. Like, she wanted, like Chani wanted to show how, you know what, you feel powerless right now, but you're actually, like, totally qualified for all of this shit. Like, I was. And then Yeah, and then Chani was like, no, like like in the most tarot reader voice. No judgment. Do whatever you want. Like do whatever you want. And it's like I'm only giving you energy to shift because that's why you went here or why you were guided here. But it's
Mm.
what you're gonna do. But those are those are
Love
yeah.
it.
And Chani like dunks the rest of their drink. It probably has alcohol. It's like,
So after that,
she's like,
entertainer,
God damn
like,
it, why do I
of
keep?
course.
It's like, why do I keep being summoned here? It's like, and then she's like staring at Constellation. When are we gonna like hire a different singer? Can we like not make him too attractive? Can we stop that? And then
Yeah. Awesome. Oh my gosh. So are we ready to see what happens? Yeah.
So drama.
Entertaining thing
It's
happening
like she's like, we're gonna demo this.
right here, right now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see what happens to the reader.
Oh my gosh.
So what happens to Chani? So I'll read out the part in the black box. So when the reading is done and the elemental has left the coffee shop, the reader will spend some time in solitude. Perhaps the reader will speak to the dreamers for a while or reflect on their own thoughts. When they're ready, they will gently shuffle all the cards back into the deck and draw cards for themselves. It's time to speak to love.
Wow.
Right. So to ensure the strongest of spells remain protecting the heart of the elemental, the reader may draw cards to discover how the elemental created their destiny. I include this disclaimer in the manual in the book, but just so you know, it's kind of like bad juju for a reader to read about a querent after they leave. I'm just going to put it out there. But, for this game, we're going to... Yes.
Community and satisfaction.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so are we ready to discover how love unfolded for the reader? So the reader draws 3 cards and the elementals assist in the interpretation. So the Sirena will help.
Jammi
Yes.
I picked.
Wait, are we put them back together?
I want
them back together, right? We have to put them back together, like the cards.
Yeah, just in case the same ones come out.
Okay. I would be, I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. This game has been just like it's just super on point.
It's only intense because you are not.
Oh, I had a card flip out.
Oh, wow. What is it?
Yeah, it's the earthy card again.
Oh,
It really it almost hit my coffee. That's how bad it was. It's like Jenny Earth. Anyway.
like Taurus. Oh my god. Taurus, by the way. So.
Okay, I feel like it's this one.
Oh no! Oh my god! You're not. We got the same card. It's the High Priestess.
Oh my god! Okay. Wait. So the first question is,
Let me pick a
what?
card.
Oh, I'm gonna pick. Sorry, let me take a closer look. The one that's like peeking out in the middle. Yeah. Which one is it?
I'm not making this up. Like, you're not making this shit. Like, this is absolutely crazy.
Amazing.
I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. We're like coming up with the same cards.
Okay. What's the question?
So the first question is what important... Oh, let me just select it.
Lesson of love did the elemental forget after the reading? So me or
the Sirena. Yeah. What important lesson of love did the Sirena forget after the reading?
After the reading? Like at home when she is like...
Yeah. Like the one that didn't register.
Oh man, how silly is this Sirena? Sorry, Jammi.
But it's up to you because you're the one who created Thala. So how do you want to help interpret the card?
You know what? To be seriously honest, I actually resonate with the whole forgetting thing. So she will forget that. She will forget that lesson.
Okay. Okay.
She will unfortunately forget that lesson. But just like it feels like, okay, to be seriously honest, it feels like she's just not ready to absorb that. So she gets
Ah.
it, but like eventually she will get to that point. But
Mm,
not immediately after the reading.
right, right. That
So she
makes
was-
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like she forgets that this is like a two-way thing. Like it takes two to tango.
Uh-huh.
So it takes two for them. It takes two coordinates to get the location,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I feel like as much as Chani emphasized how much power she had, I feel like she integrated it weirdly because she thought that, oh, okay, I have absolute power and free will to pick this, and then she doesn't realize that Leo can also give up if he wants to.
Yeah.
He's just choosing not to
Oh my
give up.
gosh. So does that mean when she made the call to Leo that Leo didn't answer the phone?
I want to draw a card for that. I want to draw a card for that.
I feel like it's this though.
Okay. Yeah, it really does feel like it's
Which one? Which one?
okay, this
So
one.
this is the oh, okay.
Oh my
What
god.
is it? What is it? What is it? The feather.
Feather.
Remember there was a wingless bird earlier?
Yeah, so at the Jenny side, it's called Weaving with Feathers.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna also include a link to Jenny's stuff anyway, by the way. In the description. Anyway. But that's right. Okay, so did he answer?
Are you gonna interpret it or am I gonna interpret it?
You interpret it. You interpret it.
Okay, so I feel like when she called Leo,
He brushed her aside like a feather.
I grab it about.
go at the Jammy, what are you vibing?
Can I see it? Okay, so to be honest, okay, by the way, we don't have to go with this, but I feel like when she called, I feel like it was just a little too late. Like she forgot that she had to call immediately. And the thing is, when he answered the phone, he said, "I'm so sorry. I really want to talk to you, but my mother is calling." I think that's his mom. So my mother's calling me away. I have to set up an important business in Hong Kong. I won't be back for, I don't know how long it'll take. It'll be at least several months. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, like, and then Tala recognizes this is like an important moment where that
Yeah.
right? The universe was like, oh, because you didn't call, so we
Immediately.
started shifting things.
Yeah,
So-
like choosing not to call immediately was also a choice.
Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh. So we're not sure if they're like completely, but he is like, he had to go to Hong Kong, and she didn't tell him to stay. I think that was another choice. She could have asked him to
Oh,
stay, and he was waiting for her to ask, and she didn't. Right, Jenny? Right, Jenny? Sorry, I should have been nicer.
I'm really gonna like watch this entire thing again.
I also feel like the mother is holding the feather, right? So I feel like the
Yeah.
feather is magic and wishes. So it's like almost like she's patterning over her son what she wants. And because her wants are so strong and she's acting on them, she's talking to her son, she's like arranging shit for her son to be there and stuff like that. Like the universe is like bending to her will. And it's almost like almost like a wand, like a feather wand.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I'm gonna make energy shift this way, like that. So I feel like yeah, like Tala forgot to wave her freaking wand.
Yep.
And
Right.
know that she has just as much magic as this. And because Leo actually gave her his heart, so she actually has a lot of command over it, but she's just not been using it.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Because the mother feels really entitled to it. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna use it all the time. But
Yeah.
Tala's like not using it.
Mm-mm. All
Next.
right.
That's so crazy.
So let me just select it. How did love save the Sirena?
It's your card. What was the card? The forest, right?
Oh, the earthy. Yeah,
the
yeah. Let me. Ooh, where did it like? Here it is. Da, 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 da. Let me just make it
Bigger.
bigger again. Here we go. Bonk.
Ooh.
Oh, she looks
Wait,
so
what's
regal. I
what's
didn't
here in the
realize
heart
it like
though?
that.
It looks like the other card you have, the one where it's like a crystal from the High Priestess. High Priestess ba yun? Diba? It looks
Oh,
like
they are mirroring each other.
mm,
Something in their hearts.
What did love?
What was the question
What did
again?
love?
sure. How did love save the SIRENA?
The heart thing.
You know what?
What?
I
Hala,
feel like I.
Hala, hala, hala. How do we translate hala? It's so hard to translate hala.
Like it's, oh no, yeah.
It's like, oh no, we in trouble. That's what hala was. Like, oh no, we in trouble. Anyway,
I
you're
feel like she got so mad at the
Whole
call
call thing that
she went on. You know how when you're like post breakup, but they were
They didn't-
together, right?
no, nothing was official. 'Cause
yeah,
it-
that's a thing.
This energy of like we weren't even a thing.
yeah, they had that energy.
Why didn't we share
Yeah.
that? Like a lot of very spiteful sensual energy. And she was like, you will regret this.
Like true Scorpio energy.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was like,
you know what sense?
you will regret this. And she went on like a full on, you're gonna want me
Mode.
mode. Like she went through like this giant makeover.
Uh-huh.
Like what's her day job? Bella's day job.
Tala's day job, we're gonna draw a card is
Oh,
she
two
is
of
two cups. He is a matchmaker.
Yeah. Can I say that she works at she like works as a coder, a programmer for like this matchmaking site. Like,
That's her day job.
Okay. So anyway, so she walks into her day job like all dressed in the nines all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and takes a lot of like I feel like there's like an event and stuff and people are like, who is she? She's like totally on. And it's like it may be on for the wrong motivations,
Yep.
but it re-tapped her. Like she might have not gotten to it in the most healthy way, but she claimed her power back
through
because
that
of
thing.
so much pain and regret.
Yeah.
Can I
But
say
you-
that? So this is like you said it was an office event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But she
can we
was
see that the singer is there? Like, so the singer is.
No, I feel like Channing was also there.
Oh, so they were there.
Oh.
I feel like it was more Channing.
Ooh. So Chinese offering readings or?
I feel like they hired Chani into the office thing to like, you know how actual Chani Nichols has
Yeah.
Spotify playlists.
Yeah. Oh, she's
astrology.
like sort of like the DJ there.
No. She's more of like she was gotten as a tarot reader consultant thing to like add to the site. Like it's a matchmaking site, right? So they're like, oh, let's dabble into synastry, whatever. Like synastry is astrology for couples, like that. So they hired her, so she's like a consultant. So she's there too, and she could barely recognize Tala.
Yeah, because I think Tala still has the piercings and everything, but like instead of bald, like she has like this kind of like, you know how like half the hair is still shaved, but the other half is like there's this one long lock of rainbow hair and stuff like that. Like just really like feeling it.
Tattoo. That's very visible.
Ooh, like a SIRENA, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I see
Water,
the earthy
like,
card
stuff.
again?
Sure. Let me grab it.
Yeah, so what happened was that she had so much love for herself and her own work and never like apologized or like allowed people. It's almost like she hated the no so much that she never said no to herself anymore.
Damn.
Ooh.
Like
Ooh.
I'm
here,
getting
who wants to
Lizzo
be
vibes
seen.
from like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. And then she's just yeah. So it's more of this. Yeah. So it's this self-love thing. It still has this overtone of spite though, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in there. It's getting in there. It's making its way.
yeah.
Right.
It's
Which
still
is
very
why,
strong. It's still very Scorpio. It's still very good.
yeah, which is why we have our last
Which
question
is
for how love unfolded for the Serena. So, how did the reader's spells assist the elemental and who they loved?
Is that the last card?
mhm.
The High Priestess.
Ooh.
This is why.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, I just drew a card, and this is just what I got. This is so crazy.
Fool?
Yeah, I got
Ooh.
the Fool.
Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so what do we think it means? Like, how does that? Because the question is, how did the reader's spell assist the elemental, assist the Serena and Leo? Assist Thala and Leo.
Can I see that one? This is a High Priestess, right?
Uh-huh.
No, like I feel like this is super duper visual. I like what it looks like. Her chest is wide open, her hair is back, and then her chest is towards the sun. So it's just
Oh, sun and moon.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
I
love
like
that.
Continue,
I like
continue.
that sun and moon thing. So like the moon would be like represent like all of the shadows like she had to go face to like go get herself like a makeover because I'm pretty sure after that phone call like the first thing she did was like cry her eyes out and then that's all the cleansing from the shadows and then after that she'd go be like this person.
You know,
I think she goes to Hong Kong.
yeah.
Because it was sad.
Yeah, and I feel like she went to the beach there.
Yeah. Oh, what if she went to Hong Kong,
To
but
go
at
to
the
the
last minute she chickened out a bit, and Tala went to the beach, and he was waiting at the beach for her.
What the hell?
And Leah was just like, I knew you'd come here. I came here every day, and I knew one day you'd be here.
I'm gonna cry. I cannot start.
I waited here every day.
Yeah.
Oh, Leo, you just cell
Would have
phones.
been so much easier.
Cell phones, you want to be romantic?
Because he knew that he couldn't tell her to come, that she'd have to come on her own.
Yeah, it's this part right there, like that one.
Yeah.
Them, like Leo meeting her.
Yeah.
I only had what it took to go to Hong Kong.
You know
oh
what?
my God.
I feel like no, she didn't go.
she
The
did.
beach was in the Philippines. No.
Oh no, I thought Hong Kong.
It's
Oh,
in
okay.
Hong Kong.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. He was supposed to see him, and then she chickened out.
This is so crazy.
I feel like
This is-
no, I feel like at that point she decided that because she went through the whole "I'm never gonna say no to myself"
yeah,
version
face. Yeah.
of her.
Which is also this.
Yeah. My point is that when she was in the relationship, it's like her transition was complete because she finally tapped into those
It's like
dark
a mental,
Yeah.
emotional transition. It's not the physical
not
transition.
yeah, because she could finally say that
She could finally say yes to everything.
that even when I'm scared or even if I don't know what's gonna happen, I just need to jump or take the next rung of the ladder.
Yeah.
It's like she finally decided that I'm not gonna live smallly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna live in the space of someone else is wielding their magic wand and I'm just here crying. You
Yeah.
know? It's like I'm not gonna be in the sidelines anymore. I'm not gonna be
Coming into her own like true nature and power because like I'm being called to the fact that the person here, like the Fool, is so big. She's like the Fool is nearly reaching the sun.
And then there's that sun, the solar plexus energy again.
Exactly. I love it. So yeah, not living small anymore.
yeah.
And then that's when people meet her halfway.
Yeah. Nux. How do you translate nux? So hard to translate nux. Anyway.
What's crazy is I feel like Leo's so you know how they're both so proud, but at the same time they always knew they had it in her.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So parang he's also not shocked, but at the same time he's also so proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
It's of like I knew you loved me, right? And then I knew you could love me. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like that's why he was so sure about going to
About
be
Yeah.
all the time. And why he wasn't so scared when he went with what his mother wanted.
Right, right. Okay, so are we ready to find out what happened to Chani?
Oh sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
A bit
Yeah.
for a moment.
So the reader draws 3 cards. The dreamers assist in the interpretation. We can also draw from my cards if you want.
Yeah.
And so the questions we're going to go over is what important thing about love did the reader remember during the session or during this whole thing? And what lesson of love awaits the reader when they leave the coffee shop? And what dreams does the reader dream and how do they rejuvenate the city of Manila?
Oh, I like that part.
Yeah, I feel like it's your deck as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull. The first thing is, Libra.
God.
What important thing about love did the reader remember during the reading? Let me see. Okay, I'll make it. Oops, wrong one. What? I'm trying to do this one. There we go.
Oh.
Wow.
What did the reader remember about love?
Chani, air sign.
No, I feel like she remembered that the universe always responds to you because that was her whole speech, right? Like it doesn't matter if it's a yes or a no, the universe will respond to that. And that doesn't make you powerless because you can say no or yes, but the universe will bring forth like all of the energies in the world to respond to that.
So does Chani say no to being a reader because we established that she was kind of
iffy about it because she felt like she didn't have a choice because she was born into it.
But what do you think, Maria? Chani's like your character.
Funny, so go ahead.
I feel like Chani has been branded to be like an intense reader when the shit hits the fan, storms hit the fan. But I think she remembers that that's her decision to have those kinds of readings. Well, she is that intense, but you can also be intensely loving, or intensely comforting,
or maybe she's the tower because she hasn't destroyed her own tower.
Damn. That's like some heavy shit right there.
What's her tower?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do we want to? Let me see if it's
we have to draw a card for that.
Yeah, because I feel like maybe that's the next card. I think it relates to what lesson of love awaits the reader. Like maybe that's there. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I just got shocked by the card.
Ah!
The dark. So what is her tower? And what lesson of love?
My God. What lessons of love? Can you like make it bigger, Jammi? Like I want to see what she's
the card. Sure. Let me I got it.
There's a flower in the moon.
It's a star.
Oh.
It's the same stars that are on the side of the card. So that's, let me see if I can get it sharper. 1 second. Okay. Jammi's next purchase, due to her generous patrons, will be a better webcam. And then she's holding a moon in the other one. And she has crystals that are embedded into her, like all along her shoulders.
Yeah.
There are crystals there. And and she's wearing this crown.
My God.
That's basically holding the moon and the stars from the card, from what's on all of the cards, what's on all of the clue cards. She's holding it in her hands with her eyes closed.
So she hasn't really fully claimed her power because her eyes are closed. She keeps on denying that she's like she keeps on resenting herself for being a reader because she felt like she was just born into it, like she didn't have a choice. But actually, that is her grounding energy. That's her grounding power because that is who she is, and that's her tower.
Actually, this reminds me of a really close friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like she attracts these really dark personalities for readings,
Mm-hmm.
but only because when she projects in the reading to the client, she can process her own crap
Mm-hmm.
through the stuff that she channels, because she has not been sometimes listening to her own advice, and like she's wiser when she's advising these people or taking care of these people,
Mhm.
but for herself, she's been having a lot of unhelpful thoughts, such as I'm inherently destructive.
Mhm.
So it's like, wait, what was the question? How does love heal her?
No, what is their tower?
Oh, what is her tower?
Yeah.
Oh,
what
you
is
know,
it?
so like which relates to what lesson of love awaits the reader when they leave the coffee shop. Because I feel like that's a lesson. Like, what is her?
I feel like
What
if
is
she falls in love with herself, that part of herself that's so intense and so grating and so scary to other people, I feel like people
Mm,
would get less scared,
yeah,
or that she'd find people who like that she's scary.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Which
So
leads us to
yeah.
What dreams does the reader dream, and how do they rejuvenate the city of Manila?
let's see. I'm so excited for this.
I really like that you included like how they rejuvenate the city of Manila.
Yeah. Awesome. Ooh. It's the erase.
Oh,
Damn. I like how it
Grabe,
has
it's
a
so
trickster
sakto.
energy. Sakto is exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Everything that we have been doing. What
Oh,
was-
am I supposed to do this?
Oh yeah. Like I think. Oh wait, let me double check. That's a good question. Yeah, the reader will assign. The dreamers will assist. I think when she leaves the coffee shop, and once again, like Maria, chatting's your character, so feel free to jump in
Yeah.
or change anything. But I think when she finally, so she started leaving because she was helping out at Tada's company and stuff like that. She was showing up at the coffee shop less and less, but then finally she told them that she won't be returning. I think when she leaves, the coffee shop disappears.
Whoa.
And then when that one disappears, all these other places, all these other coffee shops open up all across Manila. So like and more readers
Yeah.
wake up to become readers. I feel
Yeah.
that's what happens, but what do you think?
Like that's actually right inside my head as well. Like when the shop closes, then the energy of the shop just like dissipates all throughout Manila, and it'll be
Yeah.
here for everything and everything.
And I feel like Constellation is happier because they find more people that way.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
When
Yeah,
they
and
help-
maybe Constellation reconnects to all the other tree spirits from that time.
Oh my gosh! This is energy. Constellation's twin.
I feel
Twin energy. It's like a mirror energy of the twin.
Yeah, absolutely. And but yeah, so basically
but yeah, I feel like Chani's just learning how to master her shadow energy in terms of holding it as a space for other people to visit their shadows, but also knowing that she doesn't have to live there.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to define her.
Yep.
That it's also her choice to wield it.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically that is like I'm just double checking.
That was so easy.
Yeah, so we're just going to so the last part here is just to wrap up the story, create a satisfying epilogue, reflect on the game, and thank everyone for playing. So basically, so how do we feel? Do we want to draw one more card for the epilogue for each of the characters? Okay. So I'll pick one for Constellation. Ooh, sorry. So shocking. I got the fiery.
Oh,
I like
that
it's a
Colina
child.
ones. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Love it.
I feel like what happens to Constellation is that she has a child.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a fire spirit, which would normally not get along with a spirit of the earth, but yeah. It's born of her. I think it's born of Constellation's understanding of Chani's tower and fire.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah. How about you guys?
I got Judgment.
Wow.
Ooh.
Dead people. Here.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it.
So what do you think that means it
What
happens?
are you going through? Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so she's carrying multiple generations of her family's
Damn, that's heavy.
shame and darkness to shame.
Mhm.
Trying to shame to darkness, and like the darkness of shame and the shame of darkness, like it's both like mixing together, and it's in her chest.
Mm.
As she lets go or transforms that energy, she is changing that energy for her family,
Mm-hmm.
but also saying that I do not want to carry the karmic weight of my family.
Right, right. So that's
I
the
don't,
next
I
chapter
don't
of her
need,
story.
like, I don't need to feel this pain. Like,
Mhm.
I don't need to. Like, she was like, whoa, 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 this is not mine. Like that. Because she harnessed that skill from reading. That, oh, that's not mine. That's you. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Kind of like that.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like
Yeah.
And then how about our Serena?
that. So this is what I got for the Sirena. It's a page of Pentacles.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at the flowers growing.
I really like it. So what I think happened
And it's
to
yellow. Yeah.
like it's like the solar plexus energy again. So so she met Leo at the beach. Leo was there waiting for her. And they eventually moved in together. But like after a year or so, they decided to separate for a while. Feels like it's kind of like open-ended kind of thing, mostly because like that whole transformation of the solar plexus sun energy. She's like a completely different person now, and Leo had trouble like dealing with that and integrating like all of the changes that was going through. Yeah. They both needed some space, but it's actually incredibly grounding for
both
of them.
Yeah.
So they're not together, but there's this still like
they still love each other.
they still love each other, but it's just that at the moment right now they're not together because they're focusing on both of like their own individual selves and how to like actualize that. That doesn't mean they're not happy. They're actually incredibly happy, but just like right now they're on a pause.
Right. So they understand, but that makes sense because it's Tala trusting the ebb and flow, right?
Exactly.
So and not feeling like it's a failure, not feeling like it's bad. It's just yeah. Awesome. But yeah, so I think that's basically it for the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording, but we can still hang out and debrief about the game. But basically, this is just us telling everybody who's watching, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So fun. And what is this? What is this thing?
The whale.
The whale is also saying thank you for joining us.
I think I also have this little buddy who will say bye-bye. Bye.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a Taurus, I think. Like it's
oh my God.
It's like a cow. Yeah. Guys, let's see. It is their name is Snort. I have the biggest horns around my snort. And it really makes a funny sound. So it says on the thing. But yeah, so thank you so much everybody for watching that little story. Bye.
So fun. Bye.